Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. I've mentioned like 24 times on Movie Monday about doing an episode watching Harry Potter for the first time, and I still haven't done it. So here's what we do, right? Until I actually do the episodes, I'm not going to mention it again. How about that? We got a deal? Yes, we got a deal. Anyway, today's episode is about one movie. It's about a DC animated movie. Now, I love cinematic universes, especially with superheroes. The MCU, I love it. And another thing I love is the DC animated universe. It's actually a really good universe. Like, I really love it. It's really well connected. I love what they do. It's got the same rating as live action movies, so it's not like, I mean, it's still for kids, but it's more mature. It's for a more mature audience. I think the DC animated universe is really good. So what they do is they make a lot of movies, and some of them, or I think most of them at the moment, are part of the same universe, all connected to one another in the same universe, same happenings. You got the Justice League, etc., etc. And then you got more movies on the side that are not connected, just standalones in their own universe, like The Killing Joke. So they do two different things. I like that as well, because you have the main universe, then you have standalones that are not connected. I like that. I like how it's not just one big universe. I like how you got your universe, then you got the rest. I like how it's done. And if you search DC animated movies, and it's got a whole Wikipedia page, and I've watched all of them apart from the last 4, I think, so I'm going to catch up on them. The last one I watched was Death of Superman, and the one I watched just now for Movie Monday is Reign of the Supermen. So I just watched this right now. I watched it last night, actually. It's Sunday now. I watched it Saturday night, and I really enjoyed it. It's a direct sequel to Death of Superman, and I knew about the story already. Like, there's already a movie called Superman Doomsday, which was done years ago. I watched that movie. That was great. That's not connected to this. That's a different universe. That was a standalone. That was a good movie. I like how that was all made. But this one was done within the DC animated universe. So this animated universe, it started with... Actually, hang on, let me just tell you which movies they are. So the universe starts off with Flashpoint. So Barry Allen goes back in time and he saves his mum from dying. But instead he changes the timeline completely, and the timeline is pretty doomed. Wonder Woman and Aquaman are at war. Superman is held captive somewhere by the government, so he never made it out as Superman. Batman is Thomas Wayne, and he kills because Bruce Wayne is the one who died. And his mom became the Joker, and his dad is a killer Batman. It's a crazy timeline, and it's pretty much doomed, this timeline. And it's all because the Flash saved his mom. He decided to be a little bit selfish. To be fair, I understand why he'd do it. You can get why he'd do it, but he did doom the world by it. So he changed everything back again. And except it changed into sort of a slightly altered universe, essentially. So there's a new universe, animated universe. And the first proper movie in this universe is Justice League War. And that's the first one I watched. I watched that and I was hooked. I was like, this is great. I wish they would make a live action Justice League movie just like Justice League War. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Justice League War is a good movie. I would love to see a live action movie the same, not the same, but like similar to that. That would be fantastic in my opinion. After that, there's Son of Batman. Justice League sequel, Throne of Atlantis. That's where Aquaman joins in. So like in Justice League War, they just joined together, and it's Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, and Shazam. Then Aquaman joins later on. Then you get Hawkman later on, then Martian Manhunter. They join in. Batman vs Robin, Batman Bad Blood. Justice League vs Teen Titans. That one's got Deathstroke in it. That's pretty good. Justice League Dark, Teen Titans, Judas Contract, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, Death of Superman, and the Reign of the Supermen. So that's what I'm up to now. Then after that, there's Batman Hush, Wonder Woman Bloodline, which is coming out soon, I think. And there's Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. And this movie, Reign of the Supermen, sets that up. Because in this movie, the Justice League are there, and there's a big setup for it. So basically, this movie went a different way to what I thought. Like, I thought this would just be about Superman eventually coming back to life and fighting off a big threat. That's what I thought it would be. But it's a lot more complex than that. It started off slow, but it really started to build up into something crazy. So I was thinking, like, there's going to be a big villain, clearly. Like, there's got to be, right? Because Superman, I mean, he's dead, but he's going to come back to life. And for him to come back, like, I know this storyline in Doomsday as well. It comes back, like Superman Doomsday, I think the movie is called, I mentioned already. He comes back alive from that movie in a black suit, underpowered. He didn't really die. He died, but like, he wasn't really dead. His robots recovered him, and he was made to recharge, basically, at the Fortress of Solitude. Basically what would happen. And I thought it would be something similar, but it was a lot more complex, as I mentioned. So Lex Luthor was in this, and I thought there's got to be some sort of big villainous plan in this. So there's 4 Supermen in this. There's 4 new Supermen trying to take his place. So there's Superboy, who's a clone of Superman, who's created by Lex Luthor, and he's got Lex Luthor's DNA as well. So technically, Superboy's dads are Lex Luthor and Superman, because he has both their DNAs. It's a little bit weird. Then there's the Eradicator, who has his yellow goggles, and the Eradicator eradicates people. He wants to eliminate criminals. He's basically a killer version of Superman, essentially. And it turns out he's not even real. He's a hologram, and he protects the real Superman. In like literally, Superman is in the fortress recharging. You find him later on in the movie, and the Eradicator is protecting him, protecting his body. But the thing is, why was he in his Metropolis? Why was he in Metropolis if he was guarding Superman? And then there's Steel. So Steel is a guy who puts a metal suit on, and that suit has the power of Superman. So he can use Superman's powers. He's got a red cape with hammers. So it's like he's like a Thor-like character in a way. He's like a mix of Superman and Thor in a way, without the magical powers, essentially. And then there's Cyborg Superman, who's a cyborg version of Superman. And all of these people are claiming to be Superman. They all want to be Superman. They want to be the new hero of the city. Actually, I can kind of see why Eradicator was there, to be fair. Maybe he was there to cover for Superman. Maybe that's what it was. But it's kind of cool how they can create a Superman as an illusion to fight for Superman who's on the sidelines. That's kind of cool. Like a super sub. So I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but essentially a lot of things happen. Lex Luthor's in this. Lex Luthor wants Superboy to be Superman. Justice League are in this. They're doing their own missions, etc. They're protecting the president. And this is what happens. Cyborg Superman and the Justice League and Superboy, they're all there to protect the president. And then Lex Luthor says, tonight they will know that you are the one true Superman. So I thought, okay, what's going to happen? Is he going to try something where Superboy saves the day? Like, what's going to happen? I thought Lex Luthor's he's got a plan here. And I thought, he's behind something. There's something going on here. Because he's Lex Luthor. Of course there's something going on. But then some big hole opens up, and parademons fly through, and I'm just like, wait a second. They're putting Darkseid in the storyline? If you didn't know, Justice League War, in the first movie in this universe, I know the first one's Flashpoint, but that one just sets up the new universe. The first movie is Justice League War. And in that movie, they fight Darkseid. They come together, the 7, and they fight Darkseid. It's a great movie. And they fight him. They don't kill him. They can't really kill him, really. But they fight him off to take his eye out, and they send him back to his dimension, back to his planet, which was cool. So I knew he was going to come back. Obviously, like they did tease it. He was going to come back, but I did not expect it in this movie. I just thought, wow, he's back now. What's the time to come back? And then it was revealed that Doomsday was his weapon. Doomsday was his weapon. So in the death of Superman, Doomsday came in. Superman and Doomsday killed each other. Doomsday was the weapon sent to kill Superman. Cyborg Superman is actually Hank Henshaw. He is claiming to be the real Superman, except he's lost his memories. And no one really falls for it. But the point is, you know something's going on there. And it's revealed that he's working for Darkseid. And he is Hank Henshaw working for Darkseid. So Hank Henshaw's on Apocalypse, and Cyborg Superman's sort of his body on Earth. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, he's in Apocalypse, but also on Earth for Cyborg Superman, and he's doing Darkseid's bidding. So when the parademons come in, Darkseid just sends a few of them, no Darkseid, and Cyborg Superman saves the president so that she earns his trust, the public gets his trust, etc. and they believe he's Superman. So eventually they do believe him, and then he asks people to come forwards to help him, because the Justice League, you see that ring that opened up in the sky? I mean, you haven't seen it, but if you've seen it, you know what I mean. Ring in the sky where the parademons came out of, that ring fell onto the ground where the Justice League were, and they all disappeared into a different dimension. They were just trapped in there. So you got Cyborg, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, who else was it? Martian Manhunter, Hawkman, and I think someone else as well. The Justice League are trapped in a dimension and they can't get out unless someone opens the door. So that's pretty crazy. So they're out of it. Superman's still supposedly dead, so there's no hope at the moment. So everyone trusts in Cyborg Superman. Now they save the president, but he's secretly working for Darkseid, and he asks people to come forwards, and basically by essentially touching them, he gives them a suit and powers. He gives them Superman powers. So I think that's what they meant by the reign of Superman, the title, because when people step forwards, they get these powers, and they are now the Supermen. And the thing is, though, they lose their memories. They lose their memories. They don't know who they are anymore. They're just robots, essentially. They become robots. They're mind controlled, just like parademons are in a way. So it's kind of crazy how it's done. I like how it's all put together, but it's kind of crazy. But then eventually, in the final battle, Steel and Superboy go to Steel goes to the Fortress of Solitude, where the Eradicator is there, and this is where it gets revealed that he's a hologram. Superboy goes there as well, and Superman, who's in a ship, he's in a ship at the top. He wakes up and stops everything, and he's not fully powered yet, and he can't fully fly. He's not at full strength, so he uses a ship to get to Metropolis, and Steel, Superboy, and Eradicator's in a little shard, so he's not like there, but he's in a shard basically, used for later. So they all come to try and help, and Lex Luthor, he figures out a way. He uses a Darkseid device to find a way to bring back the Justice League. Imagine Lex Luthor saving the day. Oh yeah, Superman gets his black suits back as well, and also these Supermen that are manufactured from civilians, they are mind controlled into the air, and they're connected together to create a new big hole. And Darkseid's army's coming in slowly, very slowly. They could be faster. I mean, they're literally on the entrance, and it takes them forever to like get through the hole, which is kind of hilarious. Like, it's kind of for plot convenience. Like, I kind of thought they're taking their time here. They're not getting through, are they? Something's gonna happen. Like, it was kind of predictable in a way at the end. I was like, this is gonna get stopped. So Superman is in his black suit and long hair, like he would be after his death, like he should be. Not fully powered yet. He goes to take on Cyborg Superman, and Hank Henshaw lost his wife in a space shuttle incident, and Superman couldn't save her. That's essentially why he's angry, and Darkseid used that rage to control him against Superman, essentially. So Cyborg Superman, he wanted to kill Lois, and Superman comes in to save the day, but Superman's not fully powered, so he's getting destroyed, and Cyborg Superman flies the ship into space. So they're in a ship, they fly into space, and when they get high enough, the oxygen runs out, and that means Lois and Clark will suffocate, essentially. But what happens is Lois finds a way to close up the ship, because there was a hole in it. It closes up the ship. Cyborg Superman just constantly beats up Superman, but Lois managed to open the shields, I guess, and through the window you get sunlight. And before that, I kind of predicted it. I was like, he needs sunlight, and they're in space. They're pretty close to, they're not close to the sun, but the sun will be in sight, wouldn't it? So I kind of had a feeling like, if he gets sunlight, he's back in the game. So when Lois opened the shields, and the sun came in, I was like, yeah, I know where they're going with this. And then he got his strength back through that sunlight, and he beat up Cyborg Superman, and that shard he had, he put it into Cyborg's head, and the Eradicator, as a hologram, was inside Cyborg Superman's head, and he destroyed him from the inside, basically. So that was pretty trippy and crazy as well. And yeah, that's basically how he's defeated. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Cyborg Superman, he turns on Darkseid. He's sort of like, because he wants his revenge, but Darkseid just wants to take over the world. And Darkseid said that Superman is his kill, but Hank really wants to kill Superman, but Darkseid said he's my kill. Not the exact words, but essentially what it was. It was about who's killing Superman, and they both really wanted to do it, essentially. And because he was so pissed off, Cyborg Superman had the power to stop that circle, that ring, to let the army in. He had the power to stop it. He just destroy a box inside him, and he did that. And because of that, the circle closed. So Darkseid's army never got through, even though they're at the entrance for like half an hour. All right, one more thing. After credit scene. So there's an after credit scene where basically they talk about Darkseid and how he's not gonna stop. He's gonna keep trying to come back. He's trying to take over the world twice now. He's clearly a serious problem. Let's go to him. So they want to go to Apocalypse to fight Darkseid, and that movie is coming at some point. So I'm looking forward to that, really, and that's going to be really good. I cannot wait to see that happen. And at the end as well, Lex Luthor walks in. He's like, he wants to help. So Lex Luthor's a good guy now. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, there we go. I'm looking forward to that movie whenever it comes out. It could be something great, you know, something like an Infinity War, you know, like a big battle against this big guy. It could be flipping awesome. It really could. This is your boy Davidoff. By the way, Reign of the Supermen, for me, is an 8 out of 10. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.